Anime Vanguards in terms of quality of life is probably the highest compared to any other anime tower defense game. However, there are a few changes I personally like to see made to the game. Some of these are going to be pretty nitpicky, others are going to be, just some bugs here and there. If these small things get ironed out, it'd probably make the game overall even better than it already is, and just make it a little less tedious to play the game. Probably the biggest one I've noticed, because I've been doing a bunch of present grinding, is when you come over to the summon banner, you go here or here, you have the time until next banner covering your currency. So you can't see how many presents or gems you have left when you're summoning. So I'll be like this, and I'll be like, okay, then I have to close it to see how many gems I have, and then, go back to this. I would like to just see, they take this and just put it above the penny. I think that would be the easiest and best fix for this small gripe I have. Although otherwise, it's not a big deal. None of these are gonna be big deals, but it's just annoying. It's annoying and I don't like dealing with it. Secondly, I actually have an issue with the skins here. I know some people would like filters for the skins. I think obviously filters, you just put a filter button here, you can sort it by event. That would be cool. But my main issue is actually, let's say I want to add a character to my skins here. Where's Gilgamesh? Yeah, Gilgamesh. Let's say I want to add Gilgamesh here. Okay, I have a equipable skin for Gilgamesh. Okay, I'll equip it. That's it, okay? Let's say I close out of that. Then I go back in. It's still gonna black out everything. Which is annoying until I select let's say Gojo here. And, I can equip his default skin. I can equip the suit. Then once again, it's weirdly highlighted. I would like to just see that fixed. I think once you equip a skin on the unit, it should just go back to not being I can close out everything, it'll still be blackened. Like I said, again, this is a small gripe and does not matter whatsoever, but it's small things like this that I think add up. Another thing is familiars. I think familiars are a great addition to the game. I'd like to see them maybe be a little more impactful, but right now, let's say, I got this brand new familiar, not that one. This brand new familiar. Ooh, 40 seconds for single present. I'm gonna put this on my Gojo. I'm gonna put this on my Gojo. This unit already has an equipped familiar. I would like if it just unequipped the familiar I have equipped on Gojo and just put on the new familiar. This used to be how cosmetics work. You would have to unequip your cosmetic and then equip the cosmetic you wanted. But now if I equip this, it'll automatically unequip my cosmetic and put on the one that I want to put on. So I would like the same thing to happen when I use a familiar. So these next few complaints I have, I recorded earlier when I was doing a boss event with some randoms. If you take a look here, you'll notice that in the ability hotbar, you'll just sometimes not clear the abilities from the previous run if you hit retry. And this actually, I don't know if I recorded it, you might be seeing the footage, I'm not looking at it currently, but it actually stops you from using the hotkey because of these empty fake abilities that don't exist. I have 6 sabers here, but I have 8 ability buttons. 2 of these ability buttons are duds, and because of how the hotkeys work, it goes from top left to bottom right when you hit each button. So if there's a fake ability between, the list there, it won't let you do it, so you have to manually click on it and do it yourself. So this kind of just defeats the whole purpose of having the hotkeys. So I'd like this fixed. But that's not the only issue with the ability buttons. If I put down someone with a global cooldown and try to use it, it doesn't sync up the cooldown. So right here you can see that my Gojo has over a negative 1000 cooldown on his ability, which is silly. Obviously his cooldown isn't actually that, but I would like just them to fix the cooldown sync between all the users when it comes to global cooldowns. And this last complaint is probably my biggest complaint that I think would actually improve the game a lot, is I would like more options for the visual effects. Currently as it is, it's all or nothing. Either you have all visual effects on or you have no visual effects on. This basically requires you to just play with all visual effects off. I mean, if you look at the screen right now, you can see what it looks like when you have visual effects on. It's unplayable. You simply can't play like this. And I think a good way to fix this issue, because I like to see my units attack, that's like half of the fun of an anime tower defense game, is using the units, and I feel like the units are a lot later when they just stand there not doing anything. I would like to see when I go to settings here, that instead of having it as a toggle, it's kind of like a place units visibility. It's kind of like this when you can toggle it. I would like to have it swap between, obviously disable all visual effects, have all visual effects, or user only visual effects. So I would only be able to see the visual effects from my units that I placed. This wouldn't fix it exactly because you have characters like Gojo that just do a big bubble that explodes and that makes it very hard to see. So on top of that, I like to be able to place down a unit and then them on their little upgrade window have a toggle. If I hit that toggle, it will disable visual effects for that unit specifically. That way I can pick and choose what units I see. I know that would be a lot of work to set up. I believe, I haven't played it in a while, but I believe All-Star Tower Defense has that. Or I might be thinking of a different game, but that was a lifesaver. So I just remember now, actually, I do have one more complaint, and that is a bug that's been in the game for a few updates now, and that's units, attack circles don't actually follow enemies. You place down the unit, and they just, their little attack reticle doesn't move at all. So you can't actually see what your unit is attacking. This is a huge deal because obviously the first unit, if you have it attacking first, it's attacking the first unit, and I believe if you set it to close, it fixes it, but if you set it back to first, it goes back to being idle. It makes the game look more buggy than it actually is, and the fact that this hasn't been fixed in a few updates is a little worrying, but I would like to see this fixed. But those are just my main complaints about Anime Vanguards right now. And the fact that a lot of these are pretty nitpicky shows that the game is in a really good spot right now. And I'm looking forward to update 4. If you guys missed it, I already made a update 4 predictions. It should be on screen right now. If you guys have any improvements you'd like to see, make sure you comment them down below. See ya.